Yo, what's good, everybody? Mr. Tyler, part 313. I want to go over the Lions Vikings game coming up this Sunday. What I wanted to do when I first started off making videos for this season was make predictions for every game on my videos, but I just for some reason totally forgot about doing it. I actually went 13 and 3 for week one's pick. I forget I had my week two picks as well, but I don't know where I did with them. But I don't think I did well that week. But anyway, from this point forward, with this what's going on week 4, I'm gonna start making my predictions. So let's see what we got here. We got obviously with this Thursday night game today, we got the Bears in Green Bay. Wow. Obviously, we know as a Lions fan, I truly don't like either one of these teams, especially Green Bay. But if I had to pick, if this game was in Chicago, I would go with the Bears. But Chicago has never had success in Green Bay, and that's just the way it is. I understand that Green Bay is banged up and everything, but at the same time, I don't really trust Mike Lennon, their quarterback, on the road at Green Bay. For some reason, Aaron Rodgers is just tough to beat there. Now, however, I will say this: Cincinnati got off on a pretty good start at Green Bay. And I thought that game wasn't going to be close. And at one point, they was up like 21-7. How they end up losing that game is beyond my comprehension. Especially when you got a team like that on the ropes, you got to close that out. But somehow they end up losing 24-21 in overtime. It's like, so basically second half you did absolutely nothing. Anyway, I digress. I'm gonna go back to my picks for week 4. So I got Green Bay winning at home tonight against Chicago, even though I prefer the Bears to win for some odd reason. I think that'd kind of better serve us if the Bears would have come out with a win and put Green Bay behind us, because I think that I think we definitely have the team to win the division this year. However, I think Green Bay would probably be our biggest threat as opposed to Minnesota and Chicago. But I got Green Bay at home tonight. So let's go to this Sunday. On the 1st of October, we got the Saints at Miami. I'm gonna go with Drew Brees on the road. Jay Cutler is Jay Cutler. It's only some point that he's gonna really show the quarterback that he was in Chicago. Now, granted, he did have one good game this year, but his last game, I think they lost like 20-0 or something like that, or something crazy like that. But I don't know. That's a tough one because the Saints have horrible defense, especially playing on the road. But I'm going to go with New Orleans on this one. Now we got Buffalo at Atlanta. I'm going to go with Atlanta at home. Explosive offense, especially at home. Buffalo's not a good road team whatsoever. If it was in Buffalo, I might give it to them because they do have a pretty good defense. Buffalo is very difficult to beat at home. But since they're going on the road to Atlanta, I'm going to go with the Falcons on that one. Now we got Carolina at New England. I'm going to go with New England on this one. The Panthers are not very good offensively for whatever reason. Cam Newton has not really been himself. And it's difficult to win at New England if you're not firing all cylinders, both offensively and defensively. Now, I will say this. The Texans came pretty close. They just couldn't close out the deal at New England. So I think New England's defense is pretty suspect. However, I think Carolina's offense is just as suspect. So I'm going to go with New England on that one. So we got Cincinnati and we got at the Cleveland Browns. Wow, that's difficult. That's tough. You talk about two horrible teams. I'm gonna go with Cleveland on that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I think they're hungry for a win, especially playing at home. I mean, despite their troubles, they have a really good fan base that's really energized and pretty loud at home. But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna go with Cleveland on that. I'm not really sure on that one, but I'm gonna go with Cleveland on this one. Obviously, we got our Detroit, my Lions against Minnesota. I got the Lions. Not because I'm being biased, but I think that overall we have a very good team. We better at the quarterback position. They have a pretty good defense, and I think containing Dalvin Cook is going to be our biggest challenge. But other than that, I think we have more playmakers on both sides of the ball, all three phases of the ball, as a matter of fact, special team, defense, and offense. But I'm going to go with the Lions on that one. We got Jacksonville at the Jets. I'm going to go with Jacksonville at the Jets. The Jets are a mess right now, especially at the quarterback position. And Jacksonville was somehow able to put up 44 points on the Ravens when they played in London last Sunday. So they can score points, and I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars on that one. Now we got the Rams at Dallas. I'm going to go with Dallas at home. I think that Rams still pretty got a young quarterback, a rookie quarterback, still growing, go through a lot of growing pains, and Dallas is pretty good, especially on the offensive side of the ball. The running game with Ezekiel Elliott, great offensive line, Dak Prescott, and I liked him at home. Pittsburgh at Baltimore, tough one. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on this one. If you get your ass beat 44-7 by the Jacksonville Jaguars, I have no reason to have faith in you, even though you're playing at home. And I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers are definitely hungry for a win, especially against a division rival. So it's a very important game because it's within your division. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on that one. Tennessee at Houston. I'm gonna go with Tennessee. Marcus Mariota being a better quarterback. Deshaun Watson is still pretty young. And they still had to figure that aspect out on the Texans in terms of the quarterback position. But I'm going to go with Mariota and the Tennessee Titans against Houston at Houston. We got the Giants at Buccaneers. I think that's another tough one. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay at that one, being at home. The Giants being 0-3, I think they will compete, but at the end of the day, I think this being at home, Tampa Bay plays much better at home than they do anywhere else. So I'm going to go with them on that one. Let's see who else we got. We got Philly at the Chargers. I'm going to go with Philly. The win at the Chargers. I don't know what's going on with San Diego. I mean, not San Diego, but the LA Chargers. It's so weird to say that after saying San Diego for so many years. But I'm going to go with Philly. I like Carson Wentz. I like their defense, especially on their D-line. They are nasty on that D-line, even on the road at LA. So I'm going to go with the Eagles on that one. We got San Francisco at Arizona. That's probably one of the most difficult games I can call right now. But I'm going to go with... You know what? I'm going to go with San Francisco on the road against Arizona. Carson Palmer is aging, man. I mean, he's just not the same quarterback. And I think that his skill level start to decline now. He's not what he used to be. So I'm going to go with San Francisco on that one. I got Oakland at Denver. That should be a very good one. I'm going to go with Broncos because it's very difficult to win in Denver because their defense is relentless, especially at home, and they got Trevor Siemian at quarterback, and I think Derek Carr is the better quarterback between the two with Oakland, but I'm gonna go with Denver at home. They just very difficult to beat at home. Now we got lastly for Sunday, we got the Colts at Seahawks. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks at home. A difficult place to win, especially with the 12th man being that loud, raucous crowd, and Indianapolis is just a mess right now, and I can't see Seattle losing at home, especially the Colts. And lastly, we got the Monday night game, which is the Redskins against the Seahawks. I mean, not Seahawks, but the Kansas City Chiefs. I got Kansas City at home. Very good defense, especially being at home. Alex Smith is a very good game manager. So I'm going to go with him and the Kansas City Chiefs against the Redskins. So those are my picks. Now, going to, like I said, going back to the Minnesota and Lions game, I think we just had to contain Dalvin Cook. Obviously, we had a tough time with Devontae Freeman when we played Atlanta. And I think it's going to be a very good matchup. Thinking that, from what I've been told, Gerard Davis is coming back, so that would be a big help. And I'm not really sure about Tavon Wilson. I'm assuming he's coming back because they were showing him. They showing pictures of him at practice. So hopefully he comes back as well. So if we can just kind of hold down the fort, man, just pick up a few wins as we head towards the midpoint of the season, man. And hopefully in due time we'll have Taylor Decker back. So if he comes back and we still have a pretty good record, hopefully in first place, I think we'll really be in good shape. So that's pretty much it on that. As always, shout out to my DVE crew. I used to, name everybody individually, but the DVE movement is just growing so much, so I don't like naming people individually because I feel like I'd be leaving people out. So I just, to include everybody, I just like to say shout out to all my DVE crew, if you're a part of it, as always in all my videos. Mr. Halapar 313, and I get out, y'all.